Hi everyone, here's our commentary on happiness. I can tell you, especially from the ending of the Outlaw Star commentary, that I am so looking forward to talking about this.
What's your name?
I'm Subarashi. What's yours?
I'm a Gemini.
That's your astrology sign, not
It's
your
not even
name.
my right one either.
Yeah, really.
No, I'm Landon Smith.
Yeah. I think from now on I'm just gonna call you by your ninja name, Kokuten Nagaki.
You know, for the longest time, I was thinking I should have a screen name like yours, and I actually went and started looking it up. Like, I would be Mr. Editor in Japanese or something. But or I found a couple of different names, but
I still think we should just stick with your ninja name, Kokuten Nagaki, because that one sounds best. But whatever you want to do.
Anyway, so few things to point out. This one was the start of, well, after the Outlaw Star review was over, me and you didn't really know what anime to review next, and
Well, yeah, and like I said at the end of the Outlaw Star commentary, that top 11 list I wanted to do really didn't work out like we wanted, so we
No.
just scrapped it. And then you're like, oh, you know what we should do? We should review that horrible anime that you made us.
but before that, me and you were like, we found a giant list of anime, and
Yeah.
we said, why don't we just pick a random,
One random
yeah,
one,
one at random.
and I picked
And-
Happiness,
I picked some.
show that we can't even remember anymore.
It was some robot show that had Donatello from the Ninja Turtles in the 80s cartoon.
Oh, God.
Which was really weird. And I'm like, we should review this. But we could only find the first episode on YouTube. And you found Happiness. And I was kind of indifferent after the first episode, but I kept wanting to watch more of it. And then,
I don't see how you were indifferent after what we witnessed, because I remember the Yahoo conversation like it was yesterday.
yeah, it was
So much screaming.
As soon as the woman came up, I was just
We're like,
screaming on y'all. What the heck did you find?
and I'm like, I don't know. We're like, oh my God, it's so awful, my eyes.
Mine was about robots. What did you get?
Really, we were wondering that for the longest time. But
So let's start the review.
yeah, we've rambled enough.
Oh God, this was
Oh,
so.
God.
This one thought it would be really funny because since the anime
show-
is
yeah,
is,
the
su- is subbed essentially, I was gonna.
Yeah, it hasn't come over to America yet. We decided, you know what? It'll be funny if Landon just does a little voiceover saying my
And
lines.
So my brother was like finishing up some editing or doing some touch up or whatever, and he told me to come over there and do my part, and I did once, and he decided to throw it in there. He knew it sounded bad, and just go with it. And when I saw the final cut, which was on YouTube, I'm like, this
Oh,
is
God.
awful. What did you do?
Oh God, not this again. My eyes! And it was, I could not stand how horribly adorable that opening is. It makes you think you're in for such a cute adventure, but then then once you get in,
There's nothing cute about witchcraft unless you're Emma Watson.
even then it's still more creepy than it is cute.
Whatever. So I'm into creepy.
Well, yeah, I remember you were the one that made that joke up.
Yeah.
My mother watched this review, which is funny, and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe y'all said that. Oh, and right there where I talked about Harry Potter again, I wanted to originally play the clip back again, and the audio would be Harry yelling that Expecto Patronum.
Yeah.
But sadly, that didn't get to happen.
Again. We didn't find the YouTube clip.
Yeah, really.
So I guess little behind the scenes, we get all this stuff from just YouTube. We have a downloader. We don't own
Anything. We
Yeah.
don't own any of this, and in this anime's case, I'm glad to say that. Because Satan himself. And of course, we all know that's not Satan, but I thought the joke was pretty good. Because I remember I wrote the entire outline with just random jokes inserted every now and then. And then you just took
and I
it.
kind of had my own, and I read over yours and took whatever sounded good with mine.
Yeah, like this one. I mean, really,
You know, I don't think Satan's really made a pure fire. I think it would have been a funnier joke if we used the whatever that. The fire demon was from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah,
from
that
the Fellowship.
fan service.
This is another joke I've added in. I thought it'd be really funny if Drew
just stares blankly at the screen after quietly silencing, and then once it gets done.
What?
Yeah, it's like I got lost. It's like, what happened? I mean, can you really blame me? What happened?
Also, this one was kind of hard to edit since I wanted to make sure that people were kind of following what the plot was on the screen. But since with all the subtitles, I had to cut it in particular places.
Yeah, anybody with half a brain should have figured out that when I said that was the setup for a joke later on.
Also, the June thing, I don't think we developed that enough. Originally, I wanted it to be where he was, or you were.
Yeah, where I was
kind of raving about her anytime she was on screen.
Yeah, but I think it worked out for the best, though.
He really only said she was hot like once.
And then as you can clearly see by this next scene. And sadly, that is true over there in Japan's Japan-only animes. And this just kind of freaked me out. It's like they're all excited and they act all calm, but I know they're gonna kill each other sooner or later.
Also, the horny for them joke. I think that was a lot more dirty originally. What I had in mind.
Oh yeah, but that was one of the weird things. One is that little green ball floating there holding all those groceries up like it's nothing.
Within the 3 episodes that we watched of this,
I only watched like the first episode and a half because I couldn't stand it.
As I watched, I don't think they ever explained what the heck that green weird Pokemon was.
Pokemon?
That's what it is, right? It's Pokemon.
Hey, considering how this show has basically a transvestite, I'm pretty much believable for anything popping up in this show. Because, I mean, we've got witchcraft, we've got regular humans, and then we've got transvestites, so why not throw in a Pokemon?
It's more poses than Sailor Moon.
And card captors.
I never watched Card Captors. I think I've seen 1 episode of Card Captors when it was coming on, like, Fox Kids or whatever it was.
Oh, okay. I remember, speaking of which, don't forget Estaflona used to come on there.
I don't remember Estaflona either.
Wow.
I remember it on there, but,
Alright, I guess the plot has to move forward somehow.
You know, a lot of these times when you're acting, if you watch your eyes, it really looks like you're stoned half the time.
Oh, I know. That's just my natural look, though. I can't help it. This couldn't possibly be part of the plot. Eh? Sadly, it was. Oh, God! No! Why must I torture myself with that? Ugh!
So, the upcoming scene with the Ace Ventura.
Oh, no. I'm going to stop you right there because I remember how that went down. You originally wanted me to actually reenact it, and that meant I would have had to show my bare ass on camera for everyone to see, and I don't think anyone would have wanted to see that.
We wouldn't really have to do that scene in particular.
Wait, what?
I think it would have got the point across if
I had done all that.
The plunger and you were throwing up in the toilet and then.
Yeah, really. I mean, that would have been funny. And I mean, the fact that it kind of like makes worship of her, that he's looks like a girl.
But I think it still works out really well.
Yeah, granted, I'm not Jim Carrey, but I mean, I think that worked out great. It's like instead of reenacting it, why not just actually post it? Because that's what I was doing while they were editing this.
Also, this is probably one of our favorite.
Fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact.
And there, yeah. No.
Also,
coming up is our friend Kevin. Yeah. He happened to be over at the time. We decided to have him as the random guy that forces me to finish the video.
Did we add his name in the credits?
I don't think we did.
We should probably
go back and fix that, but oh well.
Too late.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think many people are surprised that I went from the not accepting money to muffins joke, because that's a pretty standard joke. And originally, in the next video, I think it was Midori Days coming up, I wanted to be sitting there with a plate full of muffins and just eating them, going, "Stupid June," and just keep munching on them and then just jump into the review. But
this, another fun fact, this was the start of the one where we wanted to, well, let me start over. Take a scenic route to that sentence. Originally, we were gonna have like him reading a Shonen Jump every episode, but then in the Outlaw Star he forgot it, and then he brought over his DS. It's like, okay, well then let's just use like that for the opening, and we can use something every week. And then on this one, which is our third review, we didn't do anything.
We were gonna use a Game Informer, but I completely forgot to get it from downstairs. Oh, and speaking of, this is their upstairs alcove room.
Yeah.
And we'll usually jump back and forth between the living room and the alcove.
If anyone's home, we usually do this in privacy.
Don't tell me it's at the same branch of the school as Yuma.
Yeah, seriously, some of the parts in this anime kind of like gave me a headache because they were so irritatingly obvious.
Just go to